Neck to mirror, neck to me-day, a sophomore capstone and a friendship built. First, I flew from Minnesota to Pennsylvania for the International Science and Engineering Fair. Here I am in the middle of the photo on presenting day, where I looked like a traffic cone with a neon orange blazer. Little did I know that 1 hour later I would be on a heart monitor, a sphygmomanometer, and presenting in a wheelchair. This was all okay until I remembered about my sophomore capstone project for history, and I sat realizing that I was around 1,800 brilliant young minds, and I had the perfect opportunity. Opportunity had knocked, literally. I met Napoleon Dynamite. Well, that's what I would like to call it. As I sat in my wheelchair, there was a knock on my table and I turned around to meet Bram Batts. As you can see in the photo over here, he's from Enschede, Netherlands and attends Bonhoeffer College as a high school junior with his 4 other siblings. When he arrived in America, he noticed the immense amounts of alcoholism, substance use, homelessness, and electronic addiction. That's a pretty bad example. But what does he think? Well, while researching, I found that there is an 8% chance of being bullied in the Netherlands, but a 25% chance of being bullied in the United States. And when he found this out, he said that it already sets us up for young people for psychological issues due to lack of affection. In fact, 77% of students look forward to going to school in the Netherlands. However, in the US, only 66% or 2/3 of students look forward to attending school. Additionally, the United States has 271 times more police per capita, and 55 times more people are raped here than in the Netherlands. When I told Bram this, he was appalled, but he also knew that 23% of expenditure at their hospitals is for mental health, because it isn't as taboo as it is here. And finally, 3.9% of Europeans own guns, while 88.8% of Americans own guns. So what does this mean for young people, and what can we learn from Europeans? If this doesn't motivate you, I have one final fact I hope you keep in mind. For 0 to 25-year-olds in the Netherlands, 7.4% of deaths are by suicide. However, in the United States of America, suicide is the second most common cause. Bram thinks that in the Netherlands, this is unheard of because they have less stigma around mental health. However, when he looks at Americans on social media, he sees the immense amounts of depression and anxiety we have. And he knows that it can be attributed to alcohol restrictions. You see, we can't legally drink until the age of 21, and it provokes you to drink irresponsibly. However, in the Netherlands, they are introduced to wine at a young age, drinking fermented wine on special occasions and holidays. This way, when they become of legal age at 18, they don't feel a need to go out and drink a lot. So when I asked him what his advice was, he simply said, young people need a voice. His current motto is neck to mirror, neck to me-day, which is Latin for neither rashly nor timidly, something he would like you to keep in mind. He believes that you need to voice yourself calmly, persistently, rationally, and confidently. And it is important, looking at all of the school shootings we have had recently, to speak up. Historically, if you look back at how the Native Americans fought Americanization and assimilation, you can see what we need to do. In 1944, using this method, the National Congress of American Indians was established. They fought to ensure civil rights and preserve traditions, but they were able to do it peacefully, persistently, and rationally. In no way am I saying that Native Americans are treated equally or justly, but they've been able to protest peacefully, persistently, and rationally to make huge bounds on the path to civil rights. So in conclusion, Meeting Bram has taught me many differences between the Netherlands and the US. We are not meant to be a drinking, twerking, or electronic addicted generation. And my main advice for you from the Sophomore Capstone is to voice yourself peacefully, strongly, and persistently. The image we create is important to see how adults treat us. If we create a poor image of ourselves, how can we expect our voice to truly be heard? As for Bram, he flew back to the Netherlands, and I flew back to Minnesota. There's a 7-hour time difference, with him being 7 hours ahead, and he speaks Dutch. So I can tell you that I won't be talking to him much in the future, but I do truly believe it was an eye-opening experience to see inside someone else's world, as well as having the opportunity to learn so much from my sophomore capstone. And here am I works cited. Thank you.